The IMPART Award gives emerging artists the free rein to explore their own practice without demanding a kind of outcome as part of the program, and it allows us to sort of think further about our practices by going on the New York trip, exposing ourselves to different industries and also to networks, which I think it's really wonderful as an experience. After the award as well, I got to know more people, especially in the New York scene, since we were there for our study trip, and also got to see many artists' works that were exploring topics about the body, about cultural wounds, about migration, which has added a whole layer of understanding for me as a Singaporean artist, as well as someone who exists in a global world, and how they deal with these topics.
The award is a great platform to acquire stability that I needed as an emerging artist, and it also kind of opened doors for me beyond the local art scene. It definitely gave me an advantage to acquire resources which I couldn't afford before, especially working with gold. It's very expensive. I've used gold for gilding and applying it to other surface materials. It kind of like creates a narrative beyond the banal object, the original object itself. Apart from working with gold, a lot of my practice has developed into like minority oppression and how to elevate from that. So using gold, it kind of like symbolizes a form of resistance for me. So I'm trying to find ways beyond just gilding, but also kind of like create a discourse.
I think at this moment there are not many awards or opportunities, especially for young curators. So the award really holds a very distinct place in the industry, and it's quite important that it continues to thrive and flourish. In terms of the award, obviously it's an important recognition of my practice and an acknowledgement as well, because I don't think my practice is situated necessarily within an institutional framework. So that was really important for me. On top of my independent curatorial practice, I actually work full-time as an educator, and in that aspect I work with a lot of young people who have artistic practices that maybe lean towards more curatorial endeavours, and I think it's really important that I have this opportunity to share my practice with them, hopefully inspire them and maybe nurture a new generation of young practitioners.
I got to spend time with Priya and Kimberly and meet new friends during the trip. We had a great time together that was to be very valuable, and also going to see all the different museums and having time to explore the more independent spaces around New York and meeting people who are living in New York and have spent time understanding the art scene there. I think it's really a privilege to have that opportunity to be able to spend time there.
Like for me, the preconceived idea of New York is very white-centric. So when I got there, I saw a lot of like layers that has not been revealed before, like Native American artists, Black artists, queer artists, trans artists that were very much more important to the scene as well. So yeah.
I think what struck me the most was how tight-knit the Singaporean community in New York was. Like they were all looking out for each other, or helping that community to thrive. It was really inspiring for me as a curator.